All right, here we go. Time to make something. Come on. I'ma make something cool just because I can. Artist for life, that's what I am. Check my technique, that's how I roll. I make the world a little cooler than an hour ago. I'ma make something cool just because I'm free. Artist for life, that's what I be. Dig my style, keep checking my flow. Now your world's a little cooler than an hour ago. Give me paper, pens, musical instruments, a spray paint, and it gets intense. Give me markers, cardboard, microphones. It's not hard for me to get my mind in zone. People used to say that I was so distracted. People used to say I had an overactive imagination. It's so fascinating, creating it lead to procrastination. I fall into a piece of paper, calling out, I see you later. Then I rise like an elevator, or the mind of a meditator. My thoughts shine like a lightsaber. Inspiration's an invitation I can't refuse. It's the call I answer to. Plus it's fun if you're asking me.
Hey everybody, welcome into an extra special episode of AF, that's and funny. I'm your host, Tommy Bell, and this is Tommy Bell Art bringing it to you. I've got a really special episode to do today because I've dedicated my 100th drawing to Lingerie Fighting Championships, LFC.com, gang. You got to check it out. This is my 100th drawing, and I've decided to include some of my absolute favorites into what I'm calling an all-stars drawing. And to help me coach this along, make a show out of it, is my co-host, the voice, Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, Mr. Michael Larkin.
It is an absolute pleasure, as always, Tommy Bell, especially who we get to have on for this fine episode. When you think of the LFC All-Stars, you think of our special guest. So go right ahead and introduce our special guest for today's show.
You want me to do the introducing instead of you?
I'll let you do it, man. You're the sketchy and funny one, man. I'm the voice, but you're the sketchy and funny. You got the skills that kills. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, but you're usually the ring announcer, you son of a bitch.
I'm being nice to you. Come on, man.
Son of a bitch, you. Oh, I didn't know I was going to be. Gang. I want to let both of my viewers know that this is the most nervous introduction I'm ever going to do, because not only did my co-host and buddy just back the bus right the fuck over top of me right in the middle of my show, but now I got to do the introduce. Ha! No bloopers. No fucking bloopers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce one of the most drawn ladies in my portfolio, finally coming to my show, Sketchy AF. I can't fucking believe it. She has been in more drawings throughout the years, and she was one of my very first supporters. And she introduced me to Lingerie Fighting Championships, the entire family and everybody who's been on the show, Mr. Larkin, everybody. Like, all this shit happened because of this special guest. And gang, if you've heard me talk before, you know who I'm talking about. It's Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx. Jolene.
Special appearance straight from Valhalla. It's a pleasure.
Goodness gracious. Absolutely. See, that was not bad at all, Mr. Tommy Bell. I mean, when you think of one of the most drawings, like Tommy mentioned in his drawings, and especially All-Stars on one of the centerpieces of LFC, former LFC champion, European champion, doing her thing now. We got lots to talk about in today's show. You think of the one, Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx. So Jolene, as well on my end, the love is mutual and it's respected. We appreciate you.
Thanks, you guys. It's an honor. I'm glad to be back on your podcast. I was like, wait a second, whose podcast am I on? So here I am. I'm glad to see both of you.
All righty. Okay. So I will say this, Tommy Bell, before we do get into this, I will say, everybody, if you have not checked out, because this definitely needs to be mentioned, Playboy over here doing her damn thing. The cover, we've seen the Insta, we've seen the Twitter. My God, man, looking good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was an amazing surprise for 2025. The year that I turned 40 years old, I'm your Playboy cover model. That's right.
It's incredible. We're so proud of you, Jolene. We're so freaking proud. That's just awesome.
I have ears right here. Let me put them on.
Oh, snap. Okay.
All right. One. Bunny time.
Oh, damn right.
All right.
Outstanding. Look at that. Look at you go. Michael, is this my second Playboy on the show?
Yeah. I mean, the first one was the one and only Andrea Christine. Now we have a second Playboy Playmate here with Miss Jolene Hexx. So bracking up with the dose, man, the dosage.
This is outstanding, and Jolene looks absolutely smoking. I can't wait to get my copy of this book. We'll get into that anyway.
Last week. And I haven't held a magazine in my hands and I don't know how long. And they're beautiful. The quality and like they're so glossy, and there's a really dirty cartoon right before my feature in there. So a little bit of foreplay.
Hey,
That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh my God. Yeah, like I said, gang, make sure you check that out too. There's lots of things that I'm going to be telling you. You got to check out, obviously, LFCfights.com. Check out Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff. But
Buy my Playboy on JoleneHexx.com.
mhm.
it's a plug dropping mania here.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be an art show unless I pull my goofy ass over to the art table and start working on the LFC All Stars piece, gang. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go over and we're going to do some stuff. Let's do it.
Get to it, Goofy.
Do it. You can do it. Put your back into it.
All right, gang. Here's where we're at. It looks like the LFC All Stars are showing some skin. Hell yeah. So what we're going to do is like we always do. I'm just going to show you just to make an art show out of the whole thing, right? I'm working on 4 colors here. These are Prismacolor pencils because I'm a snob. So I always have to use Prismacolors. And we're just using a burnt ochre, a beige, a cream, and a white. This will get you any flesh tone that you want. I'm telling you right now, just careful coloring. That's all there is to it. All right.
You me vaguely of Bob Ross.
Yeah. All right. With your happy trees.
And gang, I will not answer that question. What I will say is, oh, what a time we're going to have on this show. Let me just tell you. Get this tripod just a little bit straighter. My camera crew is off this week, so.
I will say this to add on to your point with the show that we have today, folks. I will say the poster's out now if you've not seen it, and Jolene's going to be a part of this great event. LFC, it's Independence Day. We go into the UK, baby. Put your back into it like we mentioned before we got into this fine program here, man. My God, it's Independence Day, going to the UK, internationally known, and we're known to rock the microphone. And this one over here is going to be a major part, with that being the European champion over here. How excited are you to go to the UK, man? Let's put that to the forefront because a lot of big things are happening this summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was unexpected. I was just in the UK working another event last summer, and it was not on my radar that I'd be going back again this year. So they better watch out because here I come.
That's going to be such a great friggin', oh my God, that's going to be a great show.
I'm about to hop over the pond.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I look at it like this. When you think of such great markets LFC's been, I mean, we've been in Slovakia. We're now doing the UK thing. I look at it like this, man. We have some more great expansions and more great expenditures, so to speak, when it comes to the UK. We got the beautiful Nadia Sapphire, who has done her main thing in the UK as well on the card. Bella Inc., the current LFC champion, who you have had great bouts with in your own right, Miss Jolene Hexx. Tommy and I just did 2 watch-alongs of your bouts from Sturgis and the inaugural booty camp, which just turned 5 years old now, your first bout with Bella Inc. So you've included so many memorable moments within this fine product and program as a whole. So we thank you for that.
Nice shot to the midsection.
Oh.
Nice kicks.
Kicks to the leg, kicks to the body. Oh, trip back.
Oh,
Now
Jolene
it's
getting
Hexx
him out.
in mount. Oh, big
this is
shot to the
payback.
top.
Nice shots to the stomach. He's getting a little payback for that first flurry that she got.
Absolutely, a firm mount there in place. See, he does get the sweep to the top now, though. Back and forth we go. Hexx kicks away.
I don't even know what
Of
you call
course,
that
it's
little
her
twerk
damn-
drop on the midsection there.
Little twerking hump move she does on everyone, like
Oh, so
always.
did she? That's right. She did twerk on you a little bit last night, huh?
Yes.
So really, it's especially when I'm tussling with Bella, it's a good time.
Hell yeah, man. You two have had the best chemistry, and Tommy and I will say this, the synergy. When you think of rivalries and all-stars, especially two are in this fine photo, Miss Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx and the current LFC champion Bella Inc. Tommy, who better to put in a great rivalry and some all-stars, my dude?
Michael, my hands are fucking shaking right now, dude. It's hard to color. I mean, Jolene's going to hear this right from the horse's mouth. But if she goes back and she watches either of those 2 review shows, or if she listens to random episodes of this show where I'm talking about it, Jolene, you're a part of 2 of my absolute favorite LFC rivalries, and that's you and Bella Inc. and you and Holly May. and someday I'm going to get to judge about. I won't be able to go over to the UK, but someday I'm going to see it. And I've never seen you and Bella fight in person. I missed that when I was in Vegas, just by happenstance. I wasn't able to actually watch that. So I need to do that.
It was a great night. I hurt my foot that night. That was a fantastic night.
That was a great night. There was a lot going on during the event and at the after party and all that.
All right, let's just put it into the forefront since you're just making that and you're acting a little shaky over here, shaky pants. So let's put it to the forefront. So the story goes, and Jolene, we're going to bring it up because we always touch upon it, and it makes me laugh. So the Women's Athletes on Fire event, shout out to our girl, Jenny Bloody Valentine, Jennifer Thomas, amazing woman, amazing events. Jolene has become an integral part of it, much like she is with LFC. Shout out to all the girls, much love, much respect. It's all love. So Tommy Bell over here is talking about the after party, and this one here who's got the buzz, cuz over here doing his thing, gets up, pretty much he says he goes over to you, and he says, hey, you're standing in my spot. And then you look at him like, what? And then apparently you put him in a headlock, and it was all she wrote after that. So Tommy Bell, give us a little insight of that because you were making a fool out of yourself. You were acting a fool, bruh.
Listen, here's I will offer, because this is where we're going to find out, everybody, whether Jolene even remembers this or not. It's at the after party. I am literally having the time of my life. I got to meet Jolene Hexx in person. I met Bella Inc. again. I've met so many incredible ladies and spent time talking with them and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was an absolutely mind-bending experience. Probably never have another experience like that in my whole life, but gang, it was incredible. So Tommy is at the after party, and I was sitting in this chair that was right at the base of this mat where these fights are going on. And I got a drink in a hand and I got a smoke in a hand, and I'm living my best fucking life ever. I'm in Vegas. It's at night. It's warm. It couldn't be better. I happen to look, I kept throwing glances back behind my shoulder, not because the entertainment in front of me was bad, but because my friend Jack Pinn was doing some of the announcing for the fights and stuff. And if he needed something, he could holler at me or not holler at me. And I threw a glance back, and there, standing off about, I don't know, 10, 15 feet away is Jolene Hexx. And she's standing there minding her own off to the side, watching the event or whatever, just minding her own. And I had this thought in my head. Everybody's heard this now. I had this thought in my head. It's that instant reaction that I needed to have. I'm like, I'm going to go over to her, stand next to her, and tell her she's standing in my spot. And just see what happens. Like, and at the moment, it seemed like a really good idea.
Sure it did.
And you know what? It was worth it. It was worth, I'll tell you why. Both of my viewers and Michael have said this before, because the skills of the Tominator were able to escape through even a headlock of the Valkyrie unscathed.
I don't know if you signed a liability release that night. Had you not been a spectator, you would not.
Wait, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh, I don't know
all
if you liability.
All I'm saying, gang, is guess what?
Headlock.
Headlock that I...
Tommy, next time I see you, you're not getting out of it. I don't care if you sign a liability release or not.
That's almost a threat. You know what? That's almost a threat here, gang. Do you hear this?
Threat.
You know, the last person to threaten me was Holly May on this show. This is incredible. I'm getting beat up, gang.
Well, first and foremost, I look at it like this, man. When you're telling me that you were asking, I would be in your corner. No, I wouldn't, because first and foremost, you're going with someone here. What in your mind?
You got my back, Michael. I know.
No, I don't. I got the back of the Krav Maga one over here. Here's the thing: when you have such a skills that kills like Jolene Hexx is, someone who's got Krav Maga and can absolutely mollywop the living piss out of you, man, to put it in the bluntest of terms. And I say that with the utmost sincerity and respect, because y'all LFC fans have seen it. You know this woman's got skills. And I look at it like this, and you just want to go, hey, man, you're in my spot, and try to just be like how you were trying to be all cocky. Dare I said you had your chest puffed out, looking like, whatever you want to look like, buzzed, and now you want to act like that. Why would I be in your back, man? You deserve to be put in that headlock.
No, wait, let me back up just 1 second.
Okay.
So everybody knows we got to have the full perspective here. Before this happened, at the end, towards the end of the event, Miss Jolene Hexx came over to my table. I had a table set outside the event, and I had a bunch of artwork and stuff. And there was one that she was featured in that she graciously, I'm like, would you take a couple pictures with me holding this thing, you and me holding this thing or whatever? And she's like, absolutely, because so absolutely meant there was 4 or 5 pictures that are mostly blurry because she decided to start fake punching me in the face, and I started throwing a couple back and forth. But so she started the whole thing, really. If you want to think about antagonizing, I gotta start from the beginning.
Well, it's playful. It's more like playful, like playing around, teasing, having fun. She's not like literally just like trying to like, and you antagonize her by saying, "Hey man, you're in my spot." That could
That
be
was
interpreted
playful.
many different ways. Her way is just playful and fun because that's what she is. She's playful and she's fun. But she doesn't want to go to like DEFCON 5. You know what I'm saying? You understand where I'm coming from, Jolene, because that's you. You're probably one of the most playful and fun person people that I know. It takes a lot for you to go to DEFCON 5, man.
I'm so glad that you view me that way, Michael. Um,
Well, I mean, I don't try to piss anybody off on like this one over here. So I try to, I try to be mellow with it. I mean, with my role, with what I do, I don't like to piss people off. And besides, it's an accommodation and comfortability vibe type of deal. You have to look at it from everybody's different perspectives.
I wasn't out to piss anybody off, Michael. All I was trying to
Yeah,
do
okay.
was like, this seems, I need to know what I need to know.
you're
For
just
real.
playing games. For me, I guess I'm playful, but it's just the dimples. They're just a false sense of security.
I feel you. Okay, all right.
Damn right.
Fair enough. Okay.
Um,
I will say, well, I had a different experience because the last time Jolene and I were in the house was LFC 36 Booty Camp 4, your main event bout against Jenny Bloody Valentine, which, by the way, if you guys have not checked it out, awesomeness. I was a few feet away from it. Great main event. Champ, champ, champ over here. The triple champage, if you will. That was a hell of a night, man.
Valentine following up with the second one. Oh, shin to shin, and they both acknowledge that one hurt. Valentine catching the kick on that one, trying to work for a trip, take her down, gets the top position. In guard here. Whoa, big shot. Big shots early. Oh, don't hurt that face. Gotta reverse it. Speaking of booty, just compressing the breathing there for a minute before that got reversed. Oh, nice. There's those glute strikes that, just underrated, undervalued.
But as Booty Champ, she's
Booty.
got protection there.
That's true. That's true. Both ladies taking turns working the backside, trying to break down that base of each other's fights.
Reminds you of school days, does it, Ken?
it was.
It's such a great fight. Another great fight. That was just freaking awesome. And Jolene, I love you. I mean, I have to be me.
No, I mean, I look at it like this. It's actually funny because like you have your photos in your collection, and plus Jolene not only is a great draw and a great guest and just a great human being, but one of the things that I actually have set from that photo, Jolene, is you and I in the ring after you won the interview. That's actually one of my headers on my personal YouTube for all my shows with LFC and everything. I use that just because it has you with the champ, 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 everything, and just the announcement. So you are an integral part of my work as well, much like Tommy's art. So I mean, I got to put that out there because it's one of my favorite photos, and I thank you for that.
Oh, you guys are so flattering. So thank you. I'm glad I didn't realize I made such an impact. So
Yeah. You absolutely have. I mean, think of when you start to think about it, Jolene, like again, going back so many years, I had done a couple of fantasy drawings and featured Jolene in those, but they didn't have anything to do with the LFC or anything like that. And she was so gracious back then when I had literally like 4 followers on social media and had no idea what the fuck I was doing, to really jump in and support me and introduce me to the people at the LFC. And it grew into something way beyond. And I've got that lady right there to thank for all of that. So like gratitude is number one, and respect, because I absolutely love what you do. I mean, it's gang, go check it out. You know what I mean?
yeah, and your artwork is so incredible, and like you can just tell you pour your soul into what you do. And I didn't realize that I networked you like that. And I'm really glad that I did. And I'm glad that I have, led you to certain doors that have us sitting here today. So that's really, really cool. And just thanks for doing what you do and like highlighting these amazingly talented women that I know. Like it's all reciprocal.
It's such an honor. Like, and Michael will say this so many times. I'm a man who speaks and then thinks later, but at the same time, and sometimes acts, but at the same time, it's all this is done in honor of what you guys do. I'll never remember, or I'll never forget when I started off doing this again in 2020, because I took several years away from the art table. That I was like, I want to do something really different. So I'll feature female fighters in ways that they're probably not used to. And I thought for sure it would fall flat on its back because I figured nobody would know what to do with me. Nobody would know how to take it, and here I am 5 years later, still at it. And now because of Sean's urging and purging and doing this amazing little drawing show, which I recruited Michael to help keep me reined in.
No, I mean, I look at it like this, and this applies to Jolene and all the great LFC girls. We have such a great accoutrement, if you will, of women doing sessions, doing LFC, and everything outside the auspices. And within it, I think we have such a great talent and roster and crop of people that just love what they do. Like you mentioned, the passion between you, Jolene, you, Tommy, and myself, and the synergy that everybody provides. It's all about really creating moments and memories yet to be created. And it's an empowerment force as well as looking badass and kicking butt and looking sexy at the same time, which all of us do in our own perspective rights. And look at what you're doing with your canvas here, Tommy. We're all artists and we're
I'm
all
looking
our
sexy
canvas.
right now.
Okay, you're bringing sexy back over there, are you, Justin Timberlake? Is that what we're doing over there? Okay.
Of course. Hey, you know what, Michael? I'm going to turn this into a drawing show again for like 30 seconds.
All right, hit me.
So everybody knows what's going on, especially you, Jolene. This is your first time at the art table. So what I did was I used that burnt umber and I always work dark to light. So I started in your belly with the shadows and got some pretty decent shadows. Now here's the trick. What I'm going to do though is to make it blend. After I've got my shadows in, I start right over top of the shadows and I just do the same kind of blending thing, really hard to really light, and it will smush those colors together so that you don't get like those kindergarten scribble lines and stuff. And it winds up looking, because it's little circles, like I'm exaggerating like this, but it's these teeny tiny little circles. And pretty soon, like here, I'm barely touching the paper because I want to come in my next lighter color. But so just doing that over and over again gets that really cool blending that people see when something's finished. So that's how that's done.
I want to ask you about your fancy colored pencils, your Prisma pencils, fancy Prisma pencils. Say that 10 times fast.
I can't even say that one time slow.
Fancy prism pencils, fancy. I can't even do it twice. Jesus. Yes, fancy prism pencils. Blech.
Is it? Am I supposed to have an answer? What's the question?
So are they like a softer lead? Does that
Yes.
make more spread?
Yes, it's almost like, and I always keep a dry brush real close by so that when I start blending, all the little flakes, because it's basically almost like a wax. It's really, really soft. And that's what allows you to push that color around. It's almost like I'm trying to think of what the hell it's almost like. Here I am doing a drawing show. It's not my fault.
So cool.
Yeah, but it allows you to, based on the touch that you have on the paper, it allows you to manipulate and get a really strong blend or really soft blend. You know how this is, Jolene. You can either just kind of love tap somebody to get the fight started and you kind of hit them a little bit, or you can go full blown and just go for the Jolene attack.
Could you imagine if I tried doing art, Tommy? I would just break the whole paper. I don't have a soft touch. So, totally foreign to me. I'm like, what, the lead is soft? What?
You would
the whole paper in half. I'd be terrible at this. I'm not an artist.
Well, that's disappointing. I was just going to announce that you were doing a draw along with us, so that you could show everybody what you've done at the end of the show.
Sure. Oh, God. Yeah, no, well, that's why we have you here. This is why I do the voice, you do the art, and we have the great guests, much like Jolene, because we are not all artists. We, in a way, are envious of you because we can barely draw stick figures, and you're over here just freaking creating a masterpiece over here, you son of a gun. So there's that envy. We jealous ones still envy, as the one Fat Joe album was once called. But no, look at it like this. To go on to Tommy's point, it's so funny how like you all kind of intertwined and intermingled and got introduced to one another. Because it's so funny. Like Tommy and I got introduced to the LFC auspices around the same time when I started doing the podcast in 2019. Like Jolene, I think the first spot I ever saw of you, there was two of them. Of course, like we mentioned the feuds with Holly May, and we mentioned the feuds of Bell Inc. But of course, how can we not mention the one, the only Miss Andrea, the Storm Vladoy? Some great bouts that you two had. That also hooked me to you, Miss Jolene, as well. I think the first event I saw in full was LFC 25 with you and CJ. What's cooler than being cool? Ice Cold Kellerman. So there's too many things that really mingle right there, that kind of cohesiveness. So we have to give a shout out to both Ice Cold, What's Cooler Than Being Cool, CJ Kellerman, and of course, our friend Miss Andrea the Storm Vladoy, someone else you have had great chemistry with.
Back onto a little tricky armbar there. Just love the athleticism and creativity of Vladoy. Still looking for the triangle. Not quite there. Hexx slams out of it.
30 seconds. That's deep. Boy's got that locked in
30
pretty good.
seconds left, and she is locking it up, trying to squeeze on that triangle choke. You can see Hexx is stacking things up there, defending what she can. That arm is trapped in there. Oh, turning it over, and now a mounted triangle.
Absolutely. Man, all the girls I've tussled with. Love them.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I look at it like this as well. It's so funny that we have a Independence Day 2 coming, folks, because the first Independence Day, this one over here, we'll mention some more moments and memories. So, Gypsy Top Shelf Bay, I recently had her on the LFC podcast, was very much appreciative of both bouts, loved her tenure, short tenure in LFC, but that was the bout where you were in disguise. You came from the crowd, dressing in your only as USA is only that you can look, Miss Jolene Hexx, and then Top Shelf Bay ran away. And you put her in the choke, and bada bing, bada boom, it was over. So it was that's what I think it's Independence Day. I think of you in disguise choking out poor Gypsy Top Shelf Bay.
Yeah, that's how it goes if you tell me I can't do something or be somewhere.
Right?
So, I didn't even wear a bra that day.
No, you did not. God bless America. But no, and I digress. I mean, I look at it like this. It was definitely very fitting for the event. And you did look good, as you always do. So yeah, man, rocking the red, white, and blue. God bless.
Free the boobs.
Free the boobs. Okay.
Just giving us more and more memorable moments from the LFC, Michael. I'm telling you.
Hey, I had like red, white, and blue, like nipple pasties. So it wasn't even free the nips, free the titties, and free Jolene from the unnecessary ban. That didn't work out well for anybody.
Does anybody feel like stepping in the ring tonight?
Good job coming out with that kick to the midsection.
Aggressive start there. Gypsy Bay now on the run.
I mean, when you take Holly May down the way that you did, coming out of that LFC 20,
right.
Man, you judo throwed that woman was wearing heels, and you just said, fuck it, judo throw down to the mat. That's literally what it was. If y'all have never seen it, it's after your bout with Monica Garcia. You judo throw poor Holly May right to the ground, and it was vicious.
We talked about it on the show that Holly
was
on.
Oh, God.
She looked like she was asking for it. I just gave her what she wanted.
Well, technically speaking, like it was a shove, then it was a shove back, and they're all right, it's fucking on. Then Krav Maga City we went to, and then boom, like Brock Lesnar had Suplex City, you took it to Krav Maga City. So there, it fit to what you guys were doing. So it fit.
I have no regrets. I think she liked it.
Hey,
I just love it. I love the Holly and Jolene feud.
Can she get into play? She's got kind of a leg squeeze there, but no. Bell Sounds can't quite get the submission. She's going to have to let it go. I don't think she wants to let it go. She almost had a little bit of a brawl there. Understandably so. Listen, she definitely held on to that submission too long.
I'm hoping she just had an issue maybe not hearing.
Now a
midsection. Whoa, that's not fair.
Hexx, the Krav Maga specialist. Krav Maga all about street fighting, battle time, warfare. We've got ourselves an alien. Oh, my goodness.
Jolene has lost her mind.
This is insane. Will this fight even carry on? Do they just disqualify her right now?
As much as I love the Bella and Jolene feud, and that probably reflects in some way in some of my artwork, Michael. I'm pretty sure it does.
Oh yeah, I mean with this one, of course, and I think the females that you're featuring here. I mean, of course, we got Angelica, the Italian knockout Cole, who made her debut at the same event where Jolene took out Jenny Bloody Valentine, LFC 36 Booty Camp 4. You got Bella Madison, who's now rocking the blingage with the chain and being that LFC champion in her right, with the Booty Camp title. And then you got the up and comer MJ, the Dominator Domino, doing her thing. So we have a great crop of ladies, man. People on the rise and people that represent the history of lingerie fighting championship. So it's a nice mix, man.
Damn right. And it took me a long time to come up with or to whittle down the list of who I wanted to include in this. You know, it was not easy. I'm like, all stars. Oh, shit. You know, like there was a lot of obvious choices, but at the same time, it was tough. I was like, I think I can only fit 5 on a piece of paper. So, but there it was. That's what I come up with.
Is this why you're also listening to All Star by Smash Mouth? Hey, now you're an All Star, so I got to figure what LFC people I could put in. Just put on some Smash Mouth, man.
No, I was just listening to Murdergram. LL Cool J and Eminem. I was just listening to Murdergram. It's got the energy for this kind of drawing.
I feel you. Okay, fair enough. Oh my goodness. But no, I mean, to put it also into perspective here, what I love about the fact what you're doing as well, Tommy, within this drawing. What do you think of the European side of things and the European champ? We mentioned the Andrea the Storm Ladoy stuff, but Jolene, I gotta say, man, if there's any presentation of Europe and with that European title, which you have held so beautifully ever since that victory, man, I gotta say, going back over to the UK not only makes perfect sense, number one, but number two, what a better representation, man.
It's time. I've been telling them to take me back. I'm ready to defend it. I like UK is cool. Kind of wish I was going to like Italy, but I'll take what I can get.
Hey man, I'm just saying it. I mean, who doesn't love a good evening in Roma to put it into perspective for the Italy side of things? Who doesn't love them some Italy? Somebody put on some Dean Martin and Lady and the Tramp. Hello. But I look where you're coming from too. But I think it's going to be great wherever we go. So I like your style though, man. The Italy side of things, very romantic, very nice, very keen. I like your style. Tommy Bell, you want to add on to that, man? Because we got some Italy representation in this photo with your girl Angelica, the Italian knockout Cole.
I'll tell you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, Dylan.
On a violent vacation. It's not that much to ask.
No, it's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. God, I wish I had a passport. Anyway, Michael, to answer your question,
Yes.
obviously I've got some close friends in this drawing. Angelica Co is second to none. She is amazing. And Michael, is this a good time to do that insert, to mention that? She did, ladies and gentlemen, she's very nervous about being on a drawing show because she thinks she wants to get her English better. Let's put it that way. But what she did was like this little 40-second video about wanting to be on the show and about this drawing and about all the stuff that we've done. So maybe, Michael, just go ahead and insert that here. Let's give a quick watch along to this lady right here, Angelica Co. She was on here, did a little video.
Hi everyone, I'm Angelica Keo, the Italian knockout fighter for the LFC. And I've worked with Tommy as a model on several amazing air projects, including All Stars. And meeting him in person was truly special, and we were already close, and he had done his first nude drawing of me. Whoa! Every time he draws me, it's emotional. Seeing myself through his eyes is something unique, and Tommy is unique, and that's all. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Mike. I love you both.
So let's put this into perspective as well. Besides the fact that we have many great women here as far as this card. And I mean, I look at it like this: your drawings and everything that you've encompassed, Tommy Bell. Let's put into the front again. We mentioned this Independence Day too. I think what's great about, and I'll put this into perspective, like Nadia Sapphire and all the great women that are coming on as of right now. There's Katie Forbes, there's Bella Inc., there's of course Jolene the Valkyrie Hex, the champ over here, the EC, the European champ, if you will, and so many great people. The Nadia Sapphire edition, I will say this, another newcomer, like we mentioned, folks. If you've not checked her out, Tommy, I know you've checked her out from some of the stuff in the UK. A great addition to the LFC family, man, as far as this goes. Because when you think of the UK, she's done a lot of great works outside of LFC and out in the LFC. Let's get it. Let's go. I know Violent Vacation over here, as I like to call you now, V squared. I heard that, man. It's not that. It's a little simplicity. It's the simple things of life. You just want a violent vacation. I like your style. Chaos and destruction. Let's go.
That's great. Check this out. Look, what I've been doing, I've been taking this white pencil right here, and I've been smooshing out all these areas and giving it like, and when I'm not doing a show, Jolene, I will take a bit more time. Not that I'm racing through this, but I picked a smaller section to work on, and I'll go over this and over this and over this. But what you get is something. I'll hold this up closer. There's Jolene's belly.
Hey, I can see my ribs.
Yeah.
I have 2 abs. That's very accurate.
I do my best to try and make sure. This one was tricky because I've got 5 incredible ladies to try to make sure. It's always getting the faces right. Like, I hate doing shows, Jolene, where I'm working on the faces because that's the most nerve-wracking. One little thing and it won't look like the person, and then it's like, oh shit. So I'm always trying to get that right, and then the rest of this just kind of, and let's face it, you've been in so many drawings, Jolene, that doing this is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like vacationing at home. Instead of really focusing on something, it's just kind of like, yeah, I get to draw Jolene. I know how to do that.
And remember, you got finger memory, like you're an autopilot.
Something like that. I don't know. It's just familiar territory, I think. I think that's what it is, honestly. Which, how great is that?
3 different ways. Thank you. And you're welcome.
Well, no, it's
I wanted to.
dude, it's funny to me because I look at it like this, like, and it's funny because we talk about like our first and all coming together, like Tommy's first drawing that I remember of you, Jolene, besides like the fights with Bella, and of course the solo pieces that he's done, which will be inserted into the show as well. We got to talk about Bootyful, man, as I like to call it, because he encompassed the booty, the accurate booty that we've seen many a times in the LFC auspices, kind of also what you're known for, besides the amazing scraps that you have had, man, in your violent vacation. Let's talk about that because Tommy put the booty with the LFC logo on that booty, that bootyfulness, if you will. That's one of the most iconic drawings that you've had, dude.
You want to talk about dead ass, huh?
That ass.
I mean, the greatest thing, Jolene, is that I have shirts. When the LFC was doing shirts, I have that on a shirt. I have your spotlight, Bella Inc.'s spotlight, and then the ones where you guys are fighting with a volcano behind it. I've got all these great shirts. So I'll wear them around and people will go, what's that? You know? And there's nothing better than seeing it on a shirt too, by the way.
Yeah, if you wear a butt on your front, why not?
Oh yeah.
So
What on the front? Like that. Okay. But no, I mean, to add on to Tommy's point, but on the front. But no, here's the thing. It turns heads, but isn't that kind of what life is about anyway? Evoking emotions, eliciting reaction, and that certainly does elicit a reaction, Mr. Tommy Bell.
That
Yeah.
was the first image that I had in my head to do for them. And Jolene was just, again, so super supportive, you know, and so all about what I was trying to do that she was immediately the first candidate for that kind of image. You know, I was like, of course, you know, it's going to be Jolene's ass. And here we go, LFC.
there's not many men who have had my ass in their hands like you have, and survived.
Oh.
Mike will follow that up somewhere.
You can't follow that up, man. Ass in the hands, my goodness gracious. No, but that's the spontaneity you get. Like I said, I remember first seeing that drawing, and this was like the early stages of getting to know you, T-Bell. And I'm just like, huh, okay. So there's many things that inspire people. And I mean, if you get the bootyful side of things, you can't go wrong with it, man. You can't go wrong with it, Tommy Bell.
Well, Jolene, Michael, I think it was a perfect image because look what it has spawned off of that. Like I'm still in awe. And that's why it's so awesome, gang, to have Jolene on today's show. It's just hands down, absolutely super cool.
Her ass has been known to inspire.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Michael, I think I'm going to finish it up there on the drawing table here. And gang, that is how it's done. That's what I was doing. That's what I was working on. There we go. So much more to do, especially flesh tone wise, guys. Of course, that's this is the LFC. You're going to have a lot of skin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's as far as I can take you tonight on the LFC All Stars. Keep watching. There's going to be, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be finished, but just keep watching the posts. Every time I post, there's going to be some more progress, bringing these 5 amazing ladies to artistic life. I've always felt that it's great photos are amazing, and Richard Amber has taken some amazing photography of which I've worked off of. Without this drawing would not be possible without his amazing lens. But also, I always felt that once you draw somebody, it becomes timeless, because artwork doesn't, something about artwork makes it a little bit more magical. That's what I'm always trying to do. And this is another example of that. My 100th drawing for the LFC people. And Jolene, this drawing's for you.
Tommy, I can't thank you enough for choosing my image to put on your 100th drawing, alongside with those amazing women. And thanks for having me on your show. And let me see in your process and let me see all your toys. So you're amazing. And it is an honor to know you. And thank you for always thinking of me and involving me. It means a lot.
Well, I always do, Jolene. You know that, and it's always such an honor. You were one of the very first people who said, "I'll never know why," but you got behind me and supported me, and really introduced me to things, and doors opened up, and here I am now, 5 years later, going, "Holy crap!" And I just wanted you to know what an impact your kindness back then has had all throughout all this time. And so it was important to me to make sure that I continue to include you, and some of the other amazing people in the LFC in my artwork, because you really kickstarted this craziness, and here I am.
You're amazing, and you're amazingly talented, and you jumped on my niche. And I know you said that you didn't think it was going to go anywhere, but man, when I opened this door to this world for myself, I was like, this is a pretty big world, and I'm very happy that you're in it doing what you're doing.
I'm really happy that you pulled me into it. I got to meet amazing people like Michael Larkin and Sean and all these people. And Jolene, you ought to know, one of the people that, of course, I got to meet along this artistic journey is one of your friends, Tamiko, the Temptress Trujima. Okay. She's become an incredible part of my continuing portfolio, especially now as the Bride of Frankenstein. And because her and Hollywood from Glow did a piece, because I did Hollywood as the Mummy, they goaded me into writing a movie script, because I had said that these drawings are basically like movie posters. And in my head, I already had a story. I knew exactly what the movie was going to be. And they said, well, write a script. And you'd be most interested to know that you are cast in that script.
I was just gonna drop a little nugget being like, well, if you're looking for, a little actress in the background.
Oh, no, this is a pretty major role, actually.
Oh, how cool. That would be so cool. I didn't even know. What an awesome surprise. I need more movie stuff in my life.
Well, I will have to send you a copy of this script. God knows where it's going to go, or they talked me into it, because they said, what you should do is write a script. And I said, why? And they said, because when we get a hold of it, someone will see it and then it'll just, it's like a snowball. And I said, well, all right, whatever. Like, and so I spent 3 days and I banged this thing out and I sent it off to Tomico and I sent it off to Hollywood. And I think, Michael, you have a copy.
Huh?
I'll have to send you a copy so you can, because it's a fun read, even if it never turns into anything. God, what a fun project this thing would be.
Well, knowing you, it's going to turn into something amazing, and I can't wait to read it. And then I didn't even know I had a role. I was so excited.
All right, Michael, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the show up. Go ahead and help me with the outros here, buddy.
A social media saturation, if you will. Miss Jolene Hexx, with your Playboy self looking fine as wine as only you can do, my friend. We appreciate you. We love you. Before we close this out, where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours, ma'am.
All right, cool. We got IG at Hexhibitionist, 2 X's. You can find all of my links on jolenehexx.com, IG, Twitter, OnlyFans. You can buy my Playboy there. Just go to jolenehexx.com. You'll find all the good stuff there.
Alrighty, and with that being said, the links will be in the description of this fine program on Spotify as well as Tommy Bell's YouTube, and of course on the VIP section of LFCfights.com, which features Tommy Bell Art Sketchy and Funny, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, all the great LFC events, this one being the champ, triple C's, if you will, the champ over here, and showcasing many great moments and memories that all the LFC ladies do. It is a hell of a watch. It's hell of an LFC Exposed, where you can see Jolene and Joel having sausage party, as Joel thought that was an okay thing to say, like y'all were in Bratislava.
Where do you get your sausage? Where do you get the sausage? Is there a factory where you get the sausage from?
That is so inappropriate.
Why not? I like sausage. I want to get sausage.
Ask a group of models if they want to go look for sausage with you. It's weird, okay?
It's not that weird.
You're giving off the wrong vibes.
Kind of wish I got a less phallic sausage, but
A less what?
a less phallic sausage.
Is there such a thing? That one even is like curved up a little bit for your pleasure.
It's got a little bit of an upwards curve. It looks like Gonzo's nose.
Anyway, I went along with it, trying to get closer to my coach, like, hey man, you want to like coach me in the ring? I thought maybe I could insert that in there.
When you Lady in the Tramp? Not with the sausage.
Oh, sure. Let's do this.
Oh, no, you smell sausage.
But other than that, there's so many great moments and memories that you should definitely check out because it's entertainment at its finest and it's lingerie fighting championships. Tommy, promote your stuff. Give the outro. Let's go.
All right, everybody. I'm on Facebook as Tommy Bell. You can see all kinds of neat stuff there because that was kind of my more private thing. But then my more popular ones are the Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on Tommy Bell Art on there. And of course, I'm poking my head around. I'm on the LFC podcast. I'm doing this and that, all kinds of crazy crap. But you can find me. Just type in Tommy Bell Art, whatever. You'll see a little logo thing there. You'll see my bald head, whatever. You'll see these amazing drawings being made. That's how you know you're at the right spot. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, watching this incredible episode. I told you it was going to be incredible. Jolene, thank you so, so much for being a big part of this, Michael. And I can't thank you enough for being a part of the show.
Mommy, thank you so much for having me. Michael, I can't wait to be on your show again. Like, you guys are awesome. I'm so glad that all these years, like, we're still just like doing it. Doing
it now. Like we LL Cool J up in this piece. Yes.
Oh, that's my theme song, Michael.
No, it's not. So Tommy, give us the outro.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a great one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.